I bet you can't tell what has changed. Something has changed here. But what could it be? Who knows? I do, but you don't. What do you think could it be, huh? Huh? Do you think it could be, well, maybe the walkway has changed? Maybe the bird has changed? Maybe the whole stupid thing has changed? But it's not. But it kind of has, because I had to rebuild it all from scratch. Hello, fellow creatives. So, this is a new day for the Building Evolved server. We are here in the same place, but everything has been rebuilt because we had some map corruption, unfortunately. So, I did it. I did it all in a single afternoon, and I am feeling quite accomplished, let me tell you. It's rebuilt in the exact same spot. It might be a millimeter or two off. I did pretty dang good. Wait a minute, that is supposed to be painted. Why isn't that painted? Okay, so there, a few things are a little different, but for the most part, it's identical. At least the house is. The monastery thing. The monastery thing's pretty close. I did kind of learn how to, a couple things. All these are now like S+ wood foundations. I learned I could just build with those. And it's just a whole lot easier to build stuff. So I didn't fiddle around with trying to make it work in vanilla. And with your permission, if you really don't want me to do this, if you really want me to build it in vanilla, so if you guys are like on Xbox or are you guys out on PlayStation yet? Is ARK on PlayStation yet? If you're out on, like a console thing and you're building along with me and you really, really want to keep doing that, and I don't know if Structures Plus is on Xbox or not. It probably isn't. But if you want me to keep building with vanilla, hey, let me know. I'll happily try to make this work for you. My frustration is to your gain. That is for certain. But this is all in Structures Plus because it's a whole lot easier. I did a few little improvements, like I added these little stone things underneath. Here, let's do a little cheaty fly so I can show you. We added stone underneath just to kind of make it, just give a little bit of definition to what's underneath there, and to just kind of unify the sort of building materials. And there were some other things, but they're so minor that I can't remember what they were. So, anyway, this house is pretty much identical, pretty much done. Down here, I changed the walk around a little bit. You know how in the last Building Evolved episode, I was complaining about how you couldn't see the house from the landing pad right here? Well, you can see it now. I found a way around it. I just brought the path back to the right again when you're heading down instead of off to the left, and I made a cool little bridge here so water can still drain underneath this thing and go off the cliff. Let me see if I can show that to you. Down we go. Come on. Yep. See, it just goes right on down here and then pours down into that little gully there. Come to think of it, the geometry down there is kind of like there's like a little dip underneath where the tree is right there, where the base of the tree is. It's like there should be a little pond right there, but there's not. Oh well. Anyway, minor gripes and quibbles. Help, I'm stuck. Jump. Haha, see, I am smart. Okay, so, minor gripes and quibbles with the realism of the map set aside. That's a weird place for that to go. I also rebuilt the walkway all the way down. As you saw from the other side, I built like a bit of a support structure underneath this. So this is different. And it's just to kind of give some realistic definition to this walkway. When you're down below and you're looking up, you can kind of see that. It's not really meant to look amazing up close like this. So, it's just to kind of give the hint of an idea of a sort of structure thing. A hint of an idea of a sort of structure thing. Let's quote that. Anyway, so we've got this thing. And then I got rid of the rope ladders entirely and just made ramps all the way down. So this is kind of cool. because this works out a little better than the previous one I had. It's closer to the rock, probably because I didn't put a starter foundation up there close enough to the edge. Everything you see is aligned to the same grid. I was very careful about making that work. So, couple things about this is with S+, I found an easier way to kind of make this ramp stuff work. So let me kind of show you. So we've got these things here like this. Let's just say we're going to do a ramp like this. And let me give some pieces together here. All right, so we got all this stuff here. Let's put just a sloped roof down. See, with S+, it's just so much easier because it just snaps to the end of that. It's great. And then if you want to continue this, you can't really do it. So what I started doing to build this was I just built 2 down, and then I snapped the ceiling to this bit right here, brought this here, and then snap it down so it now goes down 2. And what we can do is I can use my little ARK Commander finger cannon to get rid of all this stuff. And voila! Now you have floating things you don't really need foundation support for. It's really cool. But that's how I did this. I built this all the way down, so it's really neat. Let me kind of show you the pathway because I'm just excited to show you all this stuff I did here. So around here, remember how it used to go just kind of straight out like this? We continued this down. Maybe I'll have a little snack hut or something right here. The permanent close sign, because there's no way I can build a... wait, where's my... There's no way I can build an actual house in here because look how much room there is. There's not much, but you can at least make a facade and it would look cool. And okay, good. Yes, I am gonna need a railing there. Holy cats. Okay, I will come back later and add that. And it's raining. Oh, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, unless you guys are a little puzzled. Let's just turn the rain sounds down a bit. For now. There we go. That's much better. I'll just let it rain because I don't want to cut the camera. I don't. So go down here, and then it does a loop back around here. Now this area I kind of left because I think I want to maybe build out and expand around to the other side a little bit sometime. Just not right now. So it looks a little funky, but it's okay. And then we just go all the way down here. Can I walk up this wall? No, I can't. Good. Don't pay attention to that. We will get to that. But it just comes all the way down to here. And then if we ever get the stupid rope bridges that extend across gaps, what I would love to do is to do start of a bridge right here and then have it go all the way over to that little outcropping over there. And then we can build something over there somewhere. Wait a minute. I had a pointing tool. Let's use that. So I have decided that an unloaded rifle is a lot easier to build with because look, you have a reticle on screen, and now you can just delete things if you need to. So I'm not going to delete anything because I'll have to rebuild a bunch of stuff to. Well, maybe I can delete that. Yes, I can. See. So you delete that. And you just place it back in. Oh, now it's going to be difficult. Yeah, okay. Come on. There we go. So, see, it's a lot easier. So I am going to probably be using this from now on. And I know UTC does like what is the mechanical bow and arrow thing? I can't remember what it's called. I'm brain farting on it. He uses that, but that takes up a lot of screen real estate. So this is much easier for me, and there's no issue with maybe accidentally shooting stuff because this is unloaded, so it works great for me. So it goes all the way down here, like before, and then it does a switchback instead of a rope ladder, and it comes down to this platform, which I just spent an hour building. So, that looks a little funky, but what can you do? Maybe we can do something here. Let's see. We've got these stone pillars. So let's look at this. Okay, so there are snap points. I don't think you could turn snapping off yet. There's no mod that really does that. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to live with those pillars just kind of sticking in there. It would have been nice. Well, hey, hang on just a minute. Let's get rid of this stuff here. Come on. Let's get rid of all this. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, so now we can kind of calculate where the beginning's going to be here. And we could put a... Oh, yes. Okay, it's going to actually do it. So if we put a pillar right there, is it going to let us? Not quite. It's a little off. Okay, let's do that. Maybe it's snapping off to the edge of this. So I don't want to go too far. I might accidentally destroy what that's sitting on. So I think we can just kind of manually line this up then. So right about here, let's see. Let's use K mode. And look almost down. Yeah. So it's still snapping to some things, but we can get it to work. There. How about that? That probably would look pretty good. Let's see. 2. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then we'll need my foundations. Luckily, I have enough on me so that we shouldn't need to do a whole bunch of rebuilding. Let's see. Yeah, these are going to need down here. Let's just test this out here. How's this going to look? Oh, come on, man. Oh, right. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's a little nub there. Oops. Just test it out. Come on. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I think maybe we add a little extra thing here. And given where the intersection point is here, maybe we move it a little bit to the left. So we can do that. Let's put that on our big to-do list of things to do for when I get done talking here, and then we'll we'll work on those off camera, so you don't have to deal with it. But I'm going to get rid of these just so we can prepare the area a bit, and then I'll worry about that in a bit. So here's the big thing that I'm working on today, which is this tech teleporter. And I know that doesn't fit at all with the monastery theme, but until we get the rope bridge, I need some place to teleport to. And so I think this little area might turn into, from just like a monastery to like kind of like what ARK is like a technologically advanced primitive society type of thing. And so I think that's kind of how we're going to do this. We're going to have like a primitive sort of monastic kind of retreat thing going, but we're also going to be building a society that also knows how to use technology when it's absolutely necessary. When it's not necessary, we'll do the rope bridges and things like that. But here, we need a transport to get dinosaurs over to what I'm planning to build, which is this kind of industrial area, which I think we'll do. I don't think we'll get to it in this episode, but we'll certainly get to it pretty soon, because that's kind of like what I want to be focusing on. So we've got this teleporter here. I built this huge platform that's just kind of floating off into the void. And I've got these gates here because I wanted to make something that would stop like large dinosaurs from walking right off the cliff, as well as small ones. And I wanted to do it in an interesting way. So I made these little small tech gates, and I placed them here. If we do a little fly thing, you'll see that they are snapped according to these fence foundations. And in order to place these gates, I had to, one, place a foundation here, place a foundation, come on, like right here, and then place another one right here, almost. But that way I would have a possible snap point for the gate to place. And I had to place it from this angle, like this. I might place one on camera for you. Do I have any on... Do I have any? I don't have any, but I can get some. All right, there we go. So we got all our fence foundations and stuff. I got a small gateway. I got all the stuff I need to show you on camera exactly how this works. So if you're building along, you can come along with me. So I basically, let's see, this, how did I do this? Yeah, I faced it so the arrow is kind of pointing inwards. So on this side, we're going to have to be a little funky here. Is it going to work? Yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, boy. Okay, so we'll just do cheat cheaty stuff, and then I just kind of point it into the foundation, and there we go. So we got that, and then if we press it again, we can use if you're using vanilla, I'm so sorry, this is going to be so difficult for you, but we can press Q until the arrow is in the right spot and facing the right direction. Maybe? It's going to be difficult. Okay, I'm so sorry if you can't cheat. It's also going to be difficult for you. We just place it right there. And then let's see how that came out on the other side if I line this up correctly. It might be close enough. It might be close enough. So let's try that. And then one more time, because the snap points on these things are like funky. Okay, so we got these snap points here. Come to think of it, those look like rail tracks. Okay, if we do anything with a mining theme, let me remember that. Okay, so let's do that. And now we have to snap this in. And we just have to move around. It's very finicky. See, it wants to snap to this one, but it doesn't want to snap over here. That's what I'm talking about. And it wants to snap over there, but it doesn't want to snap in the middle. It never, ever wants to snap in the middle. I'm not sure exactly why. So this takes a lot of trial and error. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is like a couple pixels wide, this little window here. And you can't get to it by Q key. It's just that difficult. So anyway, you place it, and then you have this kind of thing right here. And I think that will be okay. I don't think it's looking... It is a little too far out, so if you're being perfectionist, good luck to you. And then what I always do is delete this, because this will make snapping the next fence foundation thing... Oh, that's a fence. Where's my foundations? It'll make snapping the next fence foundation thing a lot easier for you. So we just do the same thing, and then you rinse and repeat. So I would do that probably all the way around to maybe halfway here. And yeah, I would stop right there. And then I think I'm going to do something else to kind of make that work. But anyway, once I had this, I decided, what am I going to do to make this thing kind of work? So we've got this sort of thing, this sort of look, which looks kind of like a kind of almost an elvish sort of Art Nouveau sort of portcullis type of look. Okay, it's kind of okay. It's a little patterny though. So I thought, how do I break this up? So I took the basic idea across here. I added a kind of a solid retaining wall. This will stop the small dinos from getting out. And just built up from there. So these are S+ tech fence supports. They don't exist in vanilla. But this pillar here is actually, there's a twin of it inside of this giant pillar. And so there's two of these on either side. And you just build them up. So I built them up all the way up to the top. And then I put a wall and a wall. And then underneath of those, I put these tech wall left things. And then I'm in the process of, I think we're going to go with yellow for the dominant color scheme. So I've got this little paintbrush here. And I am going to use region 4, yellow for the lights. Okay, so we'll dye that. And then over here, I've got this like, is it tan? Yeah, it's tan. I got this tan coloring thing. So I'm going to do this for the accent piece in the middle. I'm going to do this on all the items, is use tan and yellow as an accent. So when it's nighttime, let's see if I can make it midnight. Boink. Yes, it shines this beautiful yellow, which I think, now that I'm looking at it, this is the first time I've looked at it. It's more distracting, but I think it looks better as well than this blue that we got going on here. Also, blue is what everybody uses because it's the default, and nobody wants to paint things. So we, of course, have to be nice and fun. Excuse me. So, so that's kind of what I'm doing. So I think what I'm going to do is fix this, finish up this little thing. Oh, yeah, and work on the underside of this, because as it stands, I gave myself an hour to do this before I started recording. As it stands, we got this annoying little floating platform problem. So we need to build an undercarriage, and I'm thinking about using our little sloped roof trick because, oh, I didn't even show you guys this. Okay, so the way I anchor these into the rock is to use these upside down sloped roofs and the upside down sloped Tek Tier things. Only available with Structures Plus objects, right? So I think it looks really good. It makes it really kind of anchors everything into the side of the mountain, which I am super happy about how this came out looking. We're not going to paint this. We're just going to leave it all rough and tumble because weathered makes it look old. And yeah, it looks kind of default object-y, but in ARK, that seems to work a lot of the time. Probably because there's only 3 major textures you can choose from. But, I think it works fine for me. So I think I'm gonna play around with that idea for this this undercarriage here, and then build some sort of metal or tech support structure underneath. Just because that teleporter has got to weigh a lot, and this platform has got to support a whole bunch of weight for extra dinos and equipment coming across from our industrial area that we're going to be building over there. So that is the project. Let's get started. Ooh, pretty glowy thingies. I wonder what those are. Oh yeah, it's a generator. Hey, pay no attention to this. I got something cool I want to show you. I have discovered something amazing. Look at these pillars. I got them lined up perfectly, but the pièce de résistance, of course, is these. There they are. These wall torches. I have discovered them. They are amazing. They turn on automatically at night too. So this is I think part of Structures Plus, maybe? I think it is. So if we go to nighttime, come here, nighttime, they start lighting up once they check. All right, yeah, they're going on a little bit, one by one. Why? There they go, there they go. Awesome. Yeah, see, this whole thing is now lit up. With all the blue and green and all that stuff, it looks pretty cool. So I lit up this whole thing, and I added a nice little pillar for that wall torch. But yes, so that's just one thing I wanted to show you, and then we can actually get to the real pièce de résistance. This very ginormous Imperial cog-looking thing. Let's come over here. Let's go back to midday. Let's pop in over here. Voila! I have finished it. It looks very oriental, I think. I was trying to go for that look. And so we left some of the tech kind of look to it, but we also changed it up, painted it with these this red and this gold color. It's not supposed to look like Iron Man, so don't go there, because we're really kind of going for the monastic sort of thing. Maybe like almost kind of a Japanese sort of monasticism type of look to it. Like ceremonial arches is kind of what I'm going for, you know. I don't really know what they're actually called. But anyway, the yellow turned out brighter than I thought it would. Maybe that's the time of day, but when I built this, it wasn't quite as crazy. So anyway, now we have a nice little barrier here, and it'll keep the dinos from, falling off the edge when we try to transport them. So that's great. So let's look at this. Let's see how we can build this really quick. Here's how I did it. As I put down a small gateway. Yeah, let's just do it right there. And then I put down these... actually, I had to build fence foundations first. So these little things here, I had to build them first because these are manually placed. All these things rotated. They are manually placed because the teleporter doesn't quite line up to the way these things kind of snap off of each other. So I'm just going to kind of do it backwards for the purposes of testing. And yeah, there we go. We want them both to face the same direction, of course, because we're going to replace these with fence supports. And we're just going to, do it like that. Actually, it should be the other way around. But anyway, and do it like that. Okay, so now let's just say this is kind of the inward part where the teleporter pad is. And this is where we're building up. So we just add those right here. Now, the reason I used the fence foundations first is because those are easier to kind of see how they're lining up when you're attempting to get the gate to hug up right against the teleporter pad. So that's why I used those first. And then you just build these right on up. And now this is going to kind of provide the skeletal framework for the rest of this thing, which we're going to use walls and probably the lower snap point there, if you can. Yeah, so let's delete that. And you also have to be very careful. There we go. Yes, it worked. You also have to be very careful about deleting things if you are in creative mode. So if you delete the teleporter pad, you have to tear everything down and start over. It is major suckage. Okay, so there we go. We got these tech railings here. Next, we need to go and work on the top, and you can use one of two types of decorations. So I've alternated these. This one has two walls and a pillar on top, and then an upside down slope tech wall and an upside down slope tech wall on this side. And this just has two upside down stone tech walls and a pillar. So let's go ahead and let's do the easier one. So let's go to F3 and F4. So F3, if we, oh, well, maybe it's easier. Oh, yeah, I just had it. There it is. There's that one. And then F4 or 4 right there. Yeah, excellent. And then you just stick the pillars in. So a pillar can go up here, and then you put a pillar down here, and voila, you have a decorative wall. And it's very nice to, as you can see, it's definitely very nice here. So there we go. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this, since we ain't gonna need it. It's going away, so I'm just using this to be very precise in how I delete things. So, oops, see, even then you can kind of screw up. So when I didn't actually get to the underside of this, so I'll probably work on that off camera and show you in the next episode some work I got done with it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the next episode. Who knows? I mean, everything's really a surprise. But if you weren't aware, the reason I do these videos is because I used to think I wasn't very creative, and then I learned I could be. And, you know, to be honest, not being very creative was really raining on my parade. So, kind of like, you know, a visual pun. See what I did there? All right, anyway. My goal here is to inspire you to be creative too. So if you want more of that, please subscribe and don't float. Hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button, because that is the real subscribe button. Really, it is. I can't believe it, but it really is. YouTube is iterating the subscribe button into obsolescence. It's really strange. Also, if you're looking at watching more videos from me, I'd love it if you do so right now. Click on one of those two little icons off to your right. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time, and in the meantime, go make something awesome. Bye-bye.